Hello and welcome to Healing Inspiration. I am Ramona and today's reading is What is the Gossip About You Among Your Friends? And we have 3 piles for you today. I will introduce them in a bit and those links will be in the description box along with information on how to enter our giveaway once I reach 3,000 subscribers, and the instructions are down there. I do offer personal private readings. If you want to take a look at my Etsy shop between now and January 1st, 2022, there's a 20% discount and there's a coupon code there. And also, if you would like to give a donation to my channel, I have Cash App and PayPal. A gift of any amount would be very much appreciated. And please include your email address if that's something you would like to do, because I would like to thank you personally for that. And if there's any reading that you don't see in my Etsy shop that you would like, you can send me an email. We could talk about that. And if you have any suggestions for future readings, I'd really appreciate if you put that in the comments. And I thank you so much for coming to my channel, and we're going to introduce your piles and get into your readings. Pile 1 is the Mystic, and this is the Universal Love Oracle deck. Pile number 2 is Retreat. And pile number 3 is Eternal Flame. So go ahead and choose your pile or piles and we'll get into if you chose the Mystic card. And this reading is, what is the gossip about you among your friends? So we're going to introduce your cards and get into your reading. From the Goddess Power deck, we have card number 26, Kali, Liberation. So you may be 26 years old, or the 26 is a date important to you, a birth date, an anniversary. Then we have Kisses from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Then we have Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. From the Muse Tarot, we have the 6 of Voices, which is the 6 of Swords. Then we have the 2 of Emotions, which is the 2 of Cups. From the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have the 2 of Swords. And next we have the 10 of Swords. From the Archetype deck, we have Storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And the Shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. Next, we have from the Archetype deck, God, light attributes, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. And the shadow attributes are despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have card number 1, Yang. And then we have card number 25, Round and Round. Next, we have from the Psychic Tarot deck, Love Begins, card number 1 again. So we have 2 1s and 2 2s specifically, 1 and 2, And then we have 25 and 26, which also obviously have the 2s in there. And then we have card number 7, patience and planning. I think that's kind of like the 7 of Pentacles. And then finally, we have card number 38, nourish your temple. All right. So what is the gossip about you among your friends? So I think it's pretty clear here because we have the 6 of Swords, which is moving away from something and moving into calmer waters. Then we have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is about being stabbed in the back and betrayal and things like that, but it's also about the ending of that. And there's that moving away energy. There's also the liberation energy. So it feels to me like part of the gossip around your friends is, among your friends, is you may have been betrayed by somebody, even maybe in your friend group, but I am feeling in a love situation. And it's something that like replayed over and over. We have outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So it feels like it's something that played over and over. And because we have round and round here too. So just going round and round in circles, you know, being betrayed, and maybe you had a tendency to forgive, but it seems like your friends are talking about how you have liberated yourself from that, and you've freed yourself, you've moved away from that you're really starting a new chapter because we have 1s and 2s. And it feels like they talk about that maybe from past events, you have some level of guardedness when it comes to love relationships now. Because of betrayals and difficulties and going around that freaking mountain over and again. But you also have come up in the world because the round and round, it's a spiral that goes up. So it feels kind of like maybe you've been at the same place at some point, like learn the same lesson over and over again, and you feel like, you know, when you learn a lesson, you're not going to repeat it again, but it's like a higher level of that lesson. So it seems like you've gotten to certain heights in your learning of lessons, particularly in romantic relationships, but I do think in relationships in general, because you have 2-2 in partnerships, anything that has to do with partnership. And they see you starting anew and afresh. And there does seem to be a little bit of fear within that. Starting new and fresh, we have the Ace of Cups, love begins. We have the 2 of Cups. So if you may be looking for love or may have just found love, because we kind of have Yang here, and Yang is kind of like the Ace of Wands. So it does feel like you're starting a new chapter and a new beginning. And that's part of the gossip among your friends. But it looks like also your friends are saying that you are taking things more slowly when it comes to romantic partners or any partnership and relationship. That you are being patient, that you're planning your next moves, that you're not rushing into anything. Even it's like there is a situation that you may be flirting, you may be starting something new, or something like that, but you're taking a more logical approach and a more practical approach in the situation, and that's what they're talking about. Also, I feel with a storyteller that people like to hear your stories and they like to tell your stories. Not in a gossip sense, even though this is the gossip among your friends. Not in a bad way, let's put it that way. It's like they like to tell your stories because you have interesting stories to tell, so they like to listen to you and they like to retell your stories to other people because it's quite interesting. they find or maybe even the way you express your stories is quite interesting. I think people talk about that. If you're artistic or lyrical, and I feel like this is more in the voice, in the communication sense of somehow being very creative in the way you communicate, and that's part of the gossip about you in your friendship group. Also, it feels like, I think they talk about how, I don't know if there's like a little bit of competition among your friends about like who's your best friend. But it's a little bit friendly competition. And I feel like your friends are seeing you like coming into alignment with your head and your heart. And like we have the Two of Swords here as well. And typically I see the Two of Swords, especially from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, as a high priestess energy. So they see you leveling up in your intuitive abilities, in the way you look at the world, in your discernment, because you also have the Mystic card. Like your gifts may be strengthening, or people see you as being a little bit witchy, that you've gone to the depths and risen to the heights, because we have Kali as well. I'm thinking Kali Ma. But you've gone to the depths and you've risen to new heights in your life, and you're starting afresh and new. And you have liberated yourself. And I do feel like your friends are proud of you. And your friends, they love you. You may have gotten rid of a friendship that of someone who has betrayed you, but the people that you keep in your life now are going to be people that you really connect with on a deep level, that are more like soulmates. And your friends see that and they talk about that. Yeah, they definitely really see you leveling up, because we have God here, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. It's like you've come to new, keep on to say, your friends keep on talking about how you're coming to new heights in your life, to new revelations, to a higher level of consciousness and being. And like you really have leveled up, because here I'm seeing levels as well, with the Seven of what I think is Pentacles. But like it feels like there's different levels, and your friends are talking about how you are leveling up, that you're overcoming past things, you're starting anew. We have ones and twos. You're being wiser about your partnerships. You are being more intuitively inclined, more perceptive, more discerning about situations. And they feel like that you're entering a time of greater positivity and passion and refreshing new beginnings in your life. We have a couple of ones here, and then we have a couple of twos. So you're really making progress. And with Nourish Your Temple, your friends may talk about if you maybe some diet tricks, or maybe you've changed your diet, or what you allow in your temple and your body, through your eyes, your ears, even your media consumption and everything like that. You may have made some changes in that sense, and your friends talk about that. And you may have made a new connection pretty recently with somebody. And I feel like your friends think this is promising with this love begins, the Ace of Cups. And this feels to me like this is two different hands like holding this cup, and also the Two of Cups. So if there is a new connection, I think your friends are at this point positively inclined toward it. So they may think you might be falling in love soon. Maybe they feel you're a little resistant to it, but it's going to work out. Yeah, here in the Kali too, there's like these two swords here that are crossed, and that's like right above the Two of Swords. And that is someone who's guarding their heart. And they feel like you're doing that, but you are starting to open up to new opportunities in love. Like what you truly deserve, like a counterpart, someone who's on your level. And I think your friends feel like you deserve that. You are really growing as a person, and you're nourishing yourself in much better ways, and that's what your friends are talking about. The gossip among your friends. So I think that's about all I have for you. If this resonated, please like and comment with, I don't know, a cup. We talked about cups, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's interesting. We don't have any major arcana here. Yeah, and generally speaking, when it comes to talking about signs, I go toward the major arcana. We do have a lot of swords, so there is air energy and a little bit of water. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, and if you'd like a personal private reading, my information to my Etsy shop is in the description box with that 20% offer until January 2nd, 2022. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you're in the world. And namaste. The light in me bows to and honors the light in you. Welcome to your reading. This reading is what is the gossip about you among your friends? And that's if you pick this card, retreat. So we're going to introduce the cards and get into your reading. From the Goddess Power deck, we have card number 25, Isis, Rebirth. From the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle, we have Hand of Cards, Take a Chance, Risk, Being Strategic, Options, Not Showing Hand, Gambling. And Heartbroken, Deeply Hurt, Sad, Separation, Breakup, Feeling Lost, Grieving, Mourning. Then from the Muse Tarot, we have the Knight of Voices, or the Knight of Swords. Next, we have the Two of Inspiration, or the Two of Wands. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And we have the Death card. Next, we have Liberator, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Next, we have Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow attributes, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Oh, there's some like really powerful energy here, I have to say, very powerful. Next, we have card number 38, To Be Fair, and this is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Looks kind of like justice to me. And then we have card number 20, Imagine. And we have card number 17, Hope. This is like the star card. This is a psychic tarot. And then we have the third eye chakra, card number 6. And finally from the self-care oracle, we have card number 43, Rest. So with 20, 25, 38, 43, I think some of you are those ages. And the 20 or 25th could be of significance of a month. And we also have the 17th. And with the Death card, we have Scorpio, and Destroyer, I would think, is kind of like the Tower. Not exactly, but kind of. So I'm feeling Scorpio from that as well. Then we have Libra with what looks like the Justice card, and Aquarius with the Hope card. So those are the signs coming through. So you or your friends or a significant friend in your group. And like I said, what is the gossip about you among your friends? There's very powerful energy. So I feel like there is very significant kind of earth-shaking transitions in your life. I mean, there's somewhat of a similar energy to pile 1 here, but this seems like a little bit more intense. The first pile seemed a little bit just less intense, I guess. This feels very life-changing. Whether, things have come down on you or you have come down on them and have decided on just breaking free and changing and liberating yourself from any restrictions, any destructive patterns, any destructive energies. It's like very significant changes here and endings. It feels like you've gotten rid of, there's been some intense energy for you, and I think your friends are gossiping about that. It's intense. With rebirth, you have rebirth, and death often is that death and rebirth energy, and destroyer. Then you have liberator, and then you have justice. Something has really shaken your world and changed things for you. And really it's brought in by karma. And I can't imagine that when this has happened, it was very comfortable to be liberated from this energy, because it's but it really needed to happen, and you were ready for it to happen, and you created it for yourself. It's take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. I do feel like you've taken a risk, that you thought about it and you took the gamble. And I think your friends are gossiping about that. And it may have brought you some heartbreak and sorrow and difficulties, but it's bringing in new life. And it's you decided on something. You decided to get rid of an old job, get rid of certain people or habits or behaviors in your life, and you just well, fuck it. I'm done, and I'm cutting that crap out. I'm looking towards the future. I know what I want in my future, and I'm going to get what I want in my future. I want freaking peace. I want happiness. I want to be recognized. I want to be creative and to have peace and rest in my life. And I feel like that's the energy here. And you're gaining your own peace, and you're aligning yourself. And you're looking into your future and planning for your future and deciding to do your creative bents, and to put yourself in the star position, it is a lot about friendships and stuff too. I feel like you're choosing the friends that are going to bring you peace and encouragement. You're choosing the friends that, have things in common with you, have gone through shit, but have like pulled themselves up from the bootstraps and, gotten things together. So it seems like things have fallen apart for you in order for them to come together. And it feels like you are the initiator of it, and it is karmic in a good way. Because you're creating something new, something fresh, hope for the future, hope in your present, peace for yourself. It's like, it feels like a whole new life, a whole new energy. But there had to be some intense shakeups in your life in order for this to come to fruition. And I feel you taking that risk, and you've taken that risk successfully. And even, if there was some heartbreak in it, because when we walk away from anything, there's often some kind of heartbreak or sadness, even if it wasn't that great for us or didn't serve us anymore. And I feel like you have new hope and new vision and a new fire within you. It's like there's explosive energy here. It's like this new passion and fire, and I'm not putting up with this old shit anymore. And I'm getting peace and justice and hope, and I'm going to be seen for who I am. And I'm going to put myself out there in my creative ventures, and I'm going to use my intuition, and I'm going to come into alignment with who I truly am. I'm going to embrace my shadows. And this is strength. You have so much power. You have so much power to overcome anything that seemed negative, anything. And it's like you're coming into karmic balance and peace and rest and hope and recognition and shining and just beauty. And I feel that is the gossip about you among your friends, and you're really coming together. So if you're still in the middle of the intensity of the energy, just know you're coming to peace. Peace. There's so much peace and rest and alignment and balance and harmony and creativity and imagination and being seen and being known for who you truly are and shining a bright light. You've been liberated so you can liberate others. There's a lot of fire here and hope. Trust. There's hope. And like this whole bottom row, it's like peace. Peace. I feel a lot of peace, creativity, and rest. Rest from your labors. Rest from difficulty. Rest. If you're not in this time of rest and peace and hope and faith and victory and being seen and known for who you are and your creative talents and just who you are as a person and your beauty, and I think your friends are talking about this, you're receiving that. Your gamble and your risk that you took and the steps that you took are succeeding, have succeeded, or are going to succeed. And I feel like that's what your friends are talking about. It's very intense, very intense. But then it comes to peace, and it's so beautiful, so beautiful. And hope, there's like this shooting star, and there's the star right here. And your imagination that's the only limit, because you have imagine, and you have the third eye chakra. And I mean, they're very correlated. And hope, like there's the scripture, hope deferred makes the heart grow sick. But your hope can be in the present as well. In where you are, you have hope. There's a new day, and it's peaceful, and it's joyous, and it's expressing you. So this is quite intense and quite beautiful. She also has a star overhead here. So I think that's a soul star too. Your connection with the divine. We have this shooting star, and we have a star and the star over her head. So if this resonated with you, please like and comment with a star. And subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. I do upload new content as often as I can. And if you like a personal private reading, you can visit my Etsy shop. That information is in the description box, along with a coupon code for 20% off until January 1st, 2022. And I hope you have a beautiful or blessed day or evening, wherever you are in the world. And namaste. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This reading is, what is the gossip about you among your friends? And so if you chose this Eternal Flame card, this is your reading. And then we're going to introduce your cards and get into it. From the Goddess Power deck, we have card number 16, Gaia, Earth. And I definitely see that as the Empress. Whenever I see this card, she is pregos. She's pregnant, she's beautiful, she's aesthetically pleasing. She has, I feel like your friends really look up to you, actually. I don't know if you're the leader of your friend group, but they really definitely look up to you. They feel nourished and nurtured by you. They feel like you're just inspirational. You could be mothering to them to some extent, very caring toward them. And they may think you're the most, beautiful out of all of them, kind of feeling. But it's like you don't carry yourself with that kind of, I know I'm the shit. In an arrogant way. You don't draw attention to yourself, even though you, on purpose, even though you do. It's like you're oblivious to that, and you just kind of love on people and nourish yourself and others. I do feel like you have a balanced love for yourself and others. And okay, that's just, usually I don't go off on one card, but that one I did. Okay. From the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle, we have the Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. And then we have talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. From the Muse Tarot, we have the Ace of Emotions, or the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Fool. From the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Chariot. From the Archetype deck, we have Child Eternal. Determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes. Inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. And then we have Alchemist. Transformation of base motives into goals, and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attribute. Misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Next, we have, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, card number 32, Here and Now. Then we have card number 40, co-create. We have card number 9, solitude, and I see that as the hermit. And we have passion ignited, which is kind of like the Ace of Wands. I don't know if I said that's a psychic tarot. And then finally we have card number 54, watch a movie. All right, so gossip about you among your friends. So we do have, I'm feeling Virgo, Taurus, Virgo strong, then Taurus, Cancer, and there's some Aries with the Fool. We do have 2 9s here, so 9 can be significant. It's like almost coming to the end of something. But it's interesting is each of them have like very new beginnings, because you also have, you have the 0 card with the Fool, you have the Ace of Emotions, which is a 1, and you have the Passion Ignited, which is also a 1. And I feel like pile number 1 had 2 aces as well. And then you have the Fool, which is a very new beginning. Like that energy I was coming with. I think when I was talking about this, what is it? It's actually Earth Gaia, but whatchamacallit, like you're not arrogant. And then we come with self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. I think maybe that is something that you have come up against, where you do have that empath narcissist dynamic, or you have had, or because it seems like you're such a loving and giving person, because we do have eternal flame. It's like your love is just, and the Ace of Emotions, your love is, and your heart is so passionate. You're so loving and caring and nourishing and nurturing and giving, that there have been people who have taken advantage of that. I think that's something that your friends may talk about. I feel like they really look up to you. You know, I feel like your friends talk about how you may go through these phases where you kind of pull into yourself and you hermit, you get into your solitude and take care of yourself and do your reading, and maybe you just, you know, watch your videos. You need to like recuperate. This does feel like kind of empathic energy here to me, that you need that time to yourself to recuperate. And then you come out and, you know, you talk a lot to your friends, and you're there when they need you. And it's like, look at her listening to him and caring about him and his problems. And I feel like you do that for your friends, and they very much appreciate it. They love being around you. Yeah, they feel like they can build and create with you. I know some of you may have some kind of a business or something where your friends are included, or maybe the work you do, you have a lot of friends in that area. You could be very good at videography, editing, or anything that has to do with the film, social media, like really being seen, or creating material or content that can be seen by others that would be entertaining or informational. Yes, I feel like your friends do feel like you're empathic. I feel a sense from them of wanting to protect you, but you have very much strength because you're confident in loving. And it takes a lot of strength to confidently love others. Even when that has been taken advantage of, yet you still you have transformed that into both self-love and the love of others. It's like there's very loving energy here. You're very, very loving. Because you also have Cancer energy, which is that loving home mother. You could be a mother or a father. It's just that very loving, safe. You feel secure and nurtured by this person, and that's how your friends feel about you. You're also very present oriented and very grateful within for where you are, and you can be very present with people, very present with yourself. People talk about, your friends talk about you, that you're just very present. You're there with them. I don't think you're someone who just sits there on their phone and ignores the people you're with. You make them feel safe and secure. And it looks like you very much love yourself as well. You're very nourishing to yourself. I feel this very gentle energy as well, and this warmth from you. Yeah, you have very passionate love, a passionate heart. It's like your love just gets hotter and hotter and I'm not talking in a sexual way so much, but it's just like when you love passionately. I feel like you're passionate about the people you love. You also, your friends also feel like you have this childlike energy because you have the Fool. Childlike energy, willing to take risks, willing to just flow with life and like have a wonder and a gratefulness about you, and like just being in the moment, where children are often just in the moment and they enjoy life in a way that adults do not. And you still have a sense of that energy because it says determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And I think that that's another thing. If you're a little bit on the older side, I mean, we have 32, 40, but you know, some of us are older than that, 54. But you're like that eternal child. We have child eternal, the youthfully eternal youthfulness. I can't say it right. You get what I'm saying, I think. Yeah, and you're a strong tower for people. People feel like you are wise, you're comforting, you're protective, you're nurturing, nourishing. You may have a very nice singing voice. A very nice singing voice. Or your voice is just very comforting to people. I definitely feel like you're the person that people go to listen to them. It seems like you're also very fun. There's cat and owl energy here. So wisdom, independence. And we have sunflowers too. I think you're a lot of fun as well. And your friends talk about that. And yeah, it's like your friends would say that you could turn lemons into lemonade type of thing, you know? And your love just grows deeper for it and more passionate. I feel very warm and loving and gentle energy. It's very nice energy you have. Yeah, and I really don't see much like negative at all here. I feel, excuse me, they're, except with this golden mirror here, and I feel like maybe that's where, you know, friends know that people have taken advantage of you because of your loving and giving type of nature. But that doesn't feel like a very active piece of this, but it's a little bit. It's like people could envy you because of your beauty and your kindness and all that stuff. But your capabilities, your creativity, and how you just exude youthfulness and peace and newness and all those things. They could envy you, but I feel like your energy is such where it's like you're too nice of a person and good of a person. It's not just nice, it's not fake. It's like a depth of caring that you don't make people feel envious, even though they could be, because of who you are. You're the Empress, for goodness sake, here. I feel like you take care of people. You want to know what they want to watch, what they want to drink. Do you want some coffee? Do you want some food? Do you want this? Do you want that? You need to talk. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that inspired and encouraged you, give you some insight. And if that resonated with you, please like and comment with, we do have childlike energy. So how about a child? Very nice childlike energy. Happy. Carefree. Let's see. What else? Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. I do upload new content often. And if you would like a personal and private reading with me, I do offer those. It's in my Etsy shop. You can see that in the description box. Coupon code 20% off till January 1st, 2022. And I thank you so much for coming to my channel. Have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. Namaste. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Goodbye.